So you know what I've said all those times about how the smallest little change in this game seems to be able to completely change what the people think of you and how your economy does and everything. Well, after many off-screen attempts on Bao Bao to try and fix things early on, I wasn't able to. So what I did was I actually, over the course of a marathon day, have replayed the entire campaign up till this point. So this is a separate save file now called Let's Play Take 2. In this one, you'll notice the family members are different. We don't have Felipe this time because I just simply didn't get the random event to have a male. In fact, I got 3 females, so 4. I think, yeah, my guy's got like 4 daughters. Also, I played all the same missions and everything, and we're back up to this one. I think Bao Bao's at a better condition economy-wise this time, although it is still a difficult mission. And the other island, making that other island, there are 2 things I've learned. One is that the other island is simply significantly better than Bao Bao, and the other is that it's way easier to do a democracy. I know that now, and I'll show you here, because my upward spiral spiraled out of control. In the other file, I had $500,000 at all points, and I could not spend it all fast enough.
Sir, the USS
Okay. I'm gonna pause here, and we're gonna analyze things, because there's a whole new island from what you guys have seen, basically. First of all, I have 10 docks and a dry dock, so I have 20 trade ships. I don't know why I didn't do this before, but I should have, because more trade is more money. My main problem I'm having here on Bao Bao, last time I was here, this is just an overview of what the whole island looks like. It's not very much room, it's not nearly as good of an island as the other island, and not nearly as much room for crops. It's an employment issue. We have a decent enough population, however, unemployment is a huge problem. We have a lot of open jobs, we need a bigger population, which is good because this mission gives us more. I'm gonna lower the budget on my military buildings again so they go back to work in like plantations and stuff. It's just, if you remember, the previous mission for these guys was defending against waves of enemies. I've learned that this whole block house thing, like block of housing districts, is not actually the best idea, as people will generally, in these earlier ages, not have cars, especially if they're poor enough that they're living in shacks. You've got to build some houses near them. So what's a good idea is just leave a little bit of room for a few tightly packed tenements in where they're going, like in each general area where you're building. So I should have 1 or 2 over here. I'm probably going to have a few squeezed in here, although there isn't much room. 1 or 2 over here, and then my main housing district here, where I'm just going to shove all the religious buildings and everything. Now, we are in the Cold War era now, so other things I've learned, if your population ever hits 2,000, people will emigrate to keep it around 2,000. Which means, if you want 100% religious satisfaction, all you need are burn down all of your religious buildings and just have 5 cathedrals is all you need, because they have the highest service quality, and each one, when fully upgraded, houses 400 people. So with 5 of these, that houses the entire island's maximum potential people. Same thing with the hospital. Get 5 fully upgraded hospitals, and that's enough for the healthcare for the entire island with the highest quality of service. Which means having 5 cathedrals and 5 hospitals with all those upgrades, and you might have to max the budget on the hospitals, I think, means that you'll have 100 happiness, island-wide, for healthcare and religious satisfaction. That's a lot. The religious people on the island, however, will likely hate you, because their AI will see you have no churches and be like, that's horrible! Even though every single person on the island who's religious has a cathedral to go to which is of higher quality, and there's no dissatisfaction whatsoever with religious happiness. What I've learned through this whole experiment, basically, is just how weird, like, pretty much all the holes in the system. Look at this! Look at my Swiss bank account! I am filthy rich and everyone is fully upgraded. Why is it that this happened? Because my economy on the other island flew so far out of control with my exports that by having a customs house so that, like, you know, it has the upgrade where I get some Swiss bank account money over time, This is how much money I got! I got so much that I had enough to fully upgrade everyone, and I still have a ton spare. I no longer have any use for Swiss bank account money. At least not at the present time. So if you actually look at my almanac, look at these global effects I get. All constructions are 12% cheaper. All production buildings are 5% better. I get an extra $500 annual income. All students graduate 20% faster, which is awesome. And I detect hidden roles in Tropico 30% faster, so way more managers being found. This is awesome. However, at the end of the day, it's still about managing your economy, so I'm gonna have to figure this out. Another thing I learned that I didn't notice before, every time you go back to an island, you need to reissue your edicts. They all turn off for some reason. So, no free lunch. Agriculture subsidies. Literacy program. Paid healthcare. Might want to do military drills soon. And a census is actually really nice. Sensitivity training. And waste sorting. Those are all the things that would fit this island that I'm going to take right away. Okay, and my approval rating is 50. On the other island, it's something like 85. It goes down to about 65 during elections because I have a huge religious population over there, and they all vote for the other guy because my religious faction is at 0 with me. They hate me, much like the communists and environmentalists do here. It's very strange. The religious seem to be heavily based on your constitution, on whether they like you or not. And my constitution here, I'm a theocracy, so the religious are always gonna like me. Which is good, because the religious tend to be a large voting group. It tends to be communist and religious are often the largest voting groups, so you want to really appeal to them. So now that I feel like I learned a lot more about the game, I'm gonna try and teach more. I think the thing, and it's such a simple thing I did, I know I'm talking a lot at the beginning of this, is the simplest thing that I did that really powered up my economy was simply I had 2 textile mills with full budget, and I made sure that they always had enough resources going in to constantly be selling. Cloth, which is what they produce, sells for an absurd amount of money. In fact, since the last time I beat the last mission on it, which was the tourist one, I was making $500,000 a year on just 2 textile mills. That is how much money they can make. I could not spend my money fast enough. When I was going around getting rid of my homelessness problem, because I had 1,000 homeless people, so I was just building tenements all over the place, I was quick building every single one, so paying double price. It is just insane. Okay, let's get the trade ships set up right away. We're importing a bit of coal. That's good, because did we start a power plant yet? We have not started it yet. However, we desperately need one to be started. So let's get a power plant going. We'll put that on high priority. Money's not great, but it'll get better, hopefully, and we will get an objective early on to immigrate like 200 and I think almost 300 people, which we desperately need. We really need that to happen, actually, because we have a huge unemployment problem. Or not unemployment problem, we have almost no people who are unemployed, in fact. 12 people. The problem is that we don't have nearly enough people to fill the jobs. Also, we need way more people graduating. The problem is we don't have enough students. That'll get fixed soon. We've got the literacy program, and people are going to be moving in. And we have our person who makes people graduate 20% faster, which is a huge amount. So educating people shouldn't be so much of a problem, it'll just start off a little bit. Yee. Liberty is, of course, a huge problem here, though, that is going to have to be taken care of. Okay, we're gonna get the show on the road soon. Let's just set up our trade ships first. First of all, USSR and USA, make sure that we have embassies. You don't really get foreign relief in this age very much, I find. So I'm gonna go ahead and probably just trade it with whoever has the best stuff. So right now, that is USSR. We're making a lot of money off both of these trades, actually. I'm gonna trade more coffee than cotton, because most of the cotton we're gonna be keeping for cloth. There we go.
The next song is for all the righteous boys and girls in the environmentalist movement who keep fighting the good fight to preserve tropical nature and wildlife. We may have had our disagreements, but I'm actually on your side, dear environmentalists. Just take care to stay on the safe end of my rifle scope during hunting season.
Yeah, sorry about clicking all those things at once and making all that horrible clattering noise when you're probably trying to listen to what she's saying. I'm just making sure that my budgets are set up properly. Because, yeah, lots of open jobs. But the most important things like the cotton and the llamas.
Thank you for calling me. If
Oh, right, we already listened to that. The cotton and the llamas are both pretty much taken care of. Oh, right, got to set up my research. Oil first, then constitution. Nuclear. There we go.
The Russians want to...
Yep,
Presidente, we can fool.
we can do that later.
Presidente. I
And
am-
we can do that soon. Okay. And as you can see, our money's pretty good here. What do the factions... Okay, so the communists hate us and the environmentalists hate us. We gotta find ways to make them like us. Now, first and most obvious thing we can do, we can go to special people chart. Oh, we don't know who's the leader of their... Do we really not know who the leaders of them are? Faction. Communists. Yeah? Our census is so bad right now that we don't know the leaders of any of the factions. I was gonna bribe them. Okay. Let me just find a clinic we have. Gotta make sure that the birth rates are high. Because of our edicts, not many people immigrate, so we need to make sure that a lot of people are born here to help make sure our population is always growing at a good enough rate. If you mix having like an open border policy and genetics shit at the clinics to make people get born fast, you can skyrocket your population, but often
We've
it'll
discovered
raise
the mineral.
a lot faster than you can keep up with, so it's not always a wise idea. And this is just another reason why this island is not as good as the other one. You can have 3... Oh no, never mind. I was wrong. I thought you could only have 2 oil mills here. No, you can have 3. Okay, I was wrong. Yeah, I want those done. Because oil is a big moneymaker, and we've just gotten to the age at which, modern era, you're not any better at getting oil. So, now's the time you want to make all your oil in your mines. I'll make a regular mine and upgrade it later. But I would like... Can't make a uranium one yet. I want a gold one. It's uranium. We have a lot of uranium on this island. It's iron. Come on, where's all the gold here? Here's the gold. I want to get a jewelry shop up and running early. As soon as we get that power plant really going. We're already importing coal, although we will be mining it very shortly. I might stop importing it.
Presidente, I have been holding delicate secret talks with our American
Oh,
friends.
right, these are the Swiss bank account
Presidente.
ones. Yeah, I can afford that easily. And these aren't slush fund, are they? Good. I have 3 banks. I don't quite have 4 yet because I didn't have the money at the time I was building them. However, yeah, banks are a big deal, as we saw earlier. No one's in our barracks, which is kind of to be expected. I have learned that there is a lot more value to barracks than I initially thought, entirely because infantry are fast, they're still pretty strong, and barracks you could just put sideways and they take very little
Nice
space.
to meet you. I am...
Although, tanks are still very powerful.
Presidente, if I
Yes. Yes, I want 263 refugees to move in immediately and fill up all of these jobs and make my homelessness skyrocket. On my other island, my economy was out of control and everyone was voting for me from their shacks. I found that homelessness is not a huge deal. The communists get angry, but the communists already hate us.
Greetings.
Alright, how's the crime rate on this island? It's pretty bad. When we make people happier, they're less inclined to do crime. So this won't be a problem for long. I can see the jobs are already quickly filling up. That's good. Make sure that our economic buildings fill up quickly, because we really need that money.
We tried to discover democracy.
Constitution. Okay. Total state control. Plutocracy. And total propaganda. Let me just remind myself what this does. Less liberty from media, which are the buildings that give you liberty, so that's tough. Protests happen less frequently. Swiss bank account gains generate 20%. Swiss bank account, by the way, is totally useless for me now. So planned economy would be way better, but plutocracy is more oppressive. Gotta do it. And assassinations and banish costs less. That is also quite useless to me. I would much rather have security surveillance or open society. Probably security surveillance, but total state control. Gotta be oppressive. That's our amended constitution for the Cold War. Our oil wells are both up, good. One of them is even working. And our people like us less. Communists got a bit more favor with us somehow. Environmentalists still goddamn hate us, but that's the smallest voting group. Industrialists like us, which is good because it's a large voting group. Religious are indifferent. Once we build a cathedral, they'll probably change their tune.
Presidente, have you
Junk
ever
the
thought
credit
about
rating?
who your dearest friend-
I may take that later. However, now that we have the money, let's get one of those big cathedrals. They're huge, they're hard to find room for, but you only need 5 of them on the entire island for 100% religious satisfaction. At least for happiness. Okay, now that we have way higher population, our is now turned around, where we have very few open jobs, but a lot of unemployment. Yeah, and most of the open jobs require an education, so that explains that. So, let's offset this by getting more mines. Let's get a couple of coal mines so we can stop importing coal, and use those slots for exporting instead. High priority on the gold ones, and the cathedral. Job quality is so low in the mines, but hey, it's a job. It's a living. Okay, we can stop importing coal for now. Because that is just spending money that we don't really have. You know, I don't want any more ships doing cotton. USA hate us, so we're gonna praise them to get some more trade routes with them. We can sell them pineapples, but it says a huge discount, which is why their foreign standing would raise so much. We could sell them cloth if we had a lot of money, and this would be a massively profitable trade route. But we cannot afford that right now. So I will actually put that into coffee.
Presidente. Presidente. In times
Call
as
US
dark
president?
and dire as these, we must turn to our most powerful friends.
Makes the
Our
US like us less doing that, is what I've learned. Is the US like you less? Like it hurts foreign relations, however it does delay it. So we'll likely pick those up later. And our approval rating is really tanking. All-around happiness is... See, this really hurts approval rating is when your overall happiness is lower than the Caribbean happiness. Housing, I will likely keep at 25 for a very long time. 25 is what I had my housing at when I had 85 approval rating on the other island. So housing happiness, really not a big deal. What I do want to work on is entertainment, because that actually makes you a lot of money. So, makes people happy while making money, and filling up jobs. So I have learned that it is quite important. Plus, we have a lot of rich and well-off people. And only the rich are the ones voting is something I need to keep in mind on this island. So it's good that the capitalists don't like us as much now. Hope the environmentalists aren't rich. Approval rating is completely tanking, so I likely will have to do some martial law. This will make the religious like us a lot more, though, and the religious tend to be decently wealthy. Oh, money came in. So, to help with that happiness I was talking about, let's get them some entertainment.
Tropical spiders,
Foreign ships on our shores. No, we already have the SS Secret Plan there always, but yeah, it's because the US hates us. Yeah, USSR likes us. In fact, they're actually giving us foreign aid, which is rare. Usually I side with the US in the World Wars, because in the World Wars they're way more likely to give you foreign aid, or at least from what I've found. USSR, though, also often don't give you much foreign aid.
The Politburo has proclaimed eternal...
College-educated workers, because we have a serious problem with not having enough educated workers. Although we do have power now, which is quite a big deal, actually. That service quality will go up. And our money's doing great.
The USA has launched a new...
Praise USA, that makes them like us extra, because we have a mission for it, which I wanted to make them like us anyway. And let's really go all out on getting our industry running. Service quality 90. And you can, and by upping the budget completely, you can get that to 100. College educated though, right? Yeah. Requires a lot of college graduates, but my god, is it worth it. It's actually a quick
We've
build
conducted thorough testing.
Good, good, good. Organic campaign. Makes our agriculture good, so all of our ranches and our farms, their exports are worth 20% more. That is a huge increase in money for us. And our military buildings are staffed, so I think I'm actually going to go military drills, so now they're stronger, and I want to provoke the rebels into an early conflict.
I am so few.
There we go, they weren't ready for it. Yeah, we'll wipe them out. USSR sends me money. And...
President,
no.
Tropicans await elections next year.
Yeah, we can have elections,
They wish to
sure.
show their everlasting love.
And praise the US...
Those Yankees
USSA,
sure know how
USA.
to throw a party.
Luxury good building. I want a free jewelry store. That is going to make me a shit ton of money. It does use up electricity, so I need to leapfrog it into the power station. There we go. It now gets power. Also, did I remember to turn on Disaster Relief Fund? Okay, I think it's on. Cannot use this edict anymore. That means it's on. Good. It is actually incredible.
The Politburo has approved our fluid.
They're already in my
The
embassy.
Politburo has...
Yeah, educated workers. There we go. I have found, through trial and error, that the Disaster Relief Fund is incredibly worth it.
The Red Communist book says that people cannot follow the revolution's ideals by simply fighting.
Yeah, I might accept that later. It's likely going to be a long time before I up that. Also, housing districts like this, I have now learned, you should probably just use mansions or houses for these. Because then at least the people living there will be very happy living there. Doing this, you'll have a lot of empty houses. Because the people want to live where they work.
Don't have a whole lot of love for our El Presidente. I myself would argue that he could be doing worse. Okay, you could say that he could be doing better as well. Actually, one might even go as far as to say he could be doing a lot better, and, well, not really that much worse.
And we will need more Teamster offices because we are seriously upping our industry. Plus, Teamster offices employ a lot of people.
Presidente,
If you receive this automated message...
Yeah, we already heard that one. Also, we are likely going to have to do martial law. And abysmal military loyalty, but no unrest, which means we can probably get away with it for a while.
The Yankees will drown us in money, but we have...
Yes. I do industrialization, and I get 5,000 out of it. Why would I ever say no?
Those Yankees sure know how to throw a...
Dear God, that was good for us.
Excellent choice, Mr. President. Taking money from Gullet.
And this will make people happy right before voting season. We already have a jewelry shop going. They want a new industry building in general, just an industry building. So a furniture factory would be very wise right now. And we'll quick build that, which is expensive, but we need that done before voting. So the sooner the better. Because if we can get away with not doing martial law, it would be much preferable.
Our relations with the
Ooh,
great
that helped a
Soviet
lot.
Union are now in the eternal friendship.
We already have a delegate. Oh, that's to do the actual mission. Okay. Yeah, I could do that. We could also get canneries now, too, which are nice.
I just ordered a really big wardrobe from our new furniture factory. Do I really need another closet? Of course I do. I'm a woman, and I need a place to store all my skeletons.
Still don't know any of the leaders to bribe them. Damn. That's how you know we don't have enough police coverage. We're at 50%. We might be able to pull this off. Okay, what can we do to... Oh, we just dropped again. What's wrong? Not tourism. Not... God, I always get so lost in these menus. Factions. Okay. We're beloved amongst the militarists, although they are a very small voting group. Religious are indifferent. We're only getting like 50 out of them. This is iffy. I wish the communists liked us more. They do like total propaganda, weirdly enough, and total state control. What are we gonna do? Okay, the unemployment and open jobs thing is way less of a problem now, which is nice. Environmentalists would like us a lot more if we had a waste treatment plant, because it is getting a little out of control. Let's quick buy that.
We have an opportunity to influence the outcome of coming elections. Strictly speaking, this
Let's not risk it. Although this itself is a risk.
Presidente,
You can delay elections doing that, but it does not make the people happy.
I am so furious.
It also really pisses off the rebels, and it makes your own military dissatisfied with you. Well, at least we have a waste treatment
Good
plant
news,
now.
Presidente.
Oh god, yep, we're gonna lose that. We're gonna have to rebuild it. I hate that they attack such remote places like this. Really could use an aircraft carrier. Do we have any inventors? We do. We have 2 of them. Could have used these before.
Tropical spy.
Fuck off. Trying to do something. There, that'll increase our generation of research points. And I need to quick rebuild that. Badly. Because I really need wool to constantly be a thing we produce. For cloth, because that is our moneymaker. I bet you it still is, too. Yep, tech top export cloth. Makes you an insane amount of money. I need to modernize those soon.
We discovered...
Supermarket, yay, you already know what that is.
Did it have to be the
Build-
USSR, old chap? Couldn't we have sent a delegation to somewhere warmer?
2 new automated mines, I can do that.
The Politburo has...
Educated workers.